Welcome to the Richmond Events podcast, where we take you inside the UK's most exclusive business forums. You'll get to meet the delegates, suppliers and speakers shaping their industries. Richmond Events, this is where business gets done.
Hello and welcome to the Logistics and Supply Chain Forum here at the Richmond Events. We are here with Simon. Simon, welcome.
Thank you very much for having me.
So tell us who you are, your business, and what brings you along to the event today.
So I'm Simon French. I'm a Chief Economist of the investment bank Liberum. And I've been coming to the forums for a number of years because this is a good opportunity to speak to practitioners in the market, embedded in logistics and supply chains, and share our latest thoughts on the path for the global economy.
And speaking is literally what you've been doing. You've had an audience in front of you. What was the topic of your discussion today?
Well, you look back at the geopolitics of the last 5 years, the fallout from Brexit, from Trump, from events in Iran and Ukraine, and you go, are these isolated or are they linked? One of the themes of today was how linked they all are. This is global competition. This is the return of big international powers like the US, like China, taking real dominance in certain markets. And I think, therefore, the advice to people who were in the room was, don't think that these issues are going to go away. This is going to be a new operating environment for you. It's going to persist, and therefore supply chains, logistics need to be resilient to the fact that not necessarily are the US and China going to be reliable counterparties or, if you like, benign counterparties in global trade.
What is that importance of seeing this as linked rather than as isolated incidents?
Well, I think if you think they're isolated, you might think, well, we'll run out of events that will disrupt my business model, disrupt my supply chain. If you recognise they're all linked, you might build that into your operating environments and expect, you and I can't guess whether there'll be another Iran in Iran, but there might be in other parts of the world, maybe in Taiwan to disrupt semiconductors in the technology sector, or parts of Africa or South America. And if you look at the thematic drivers of why there is political unrest, why those big countries are trying to take dominance of their supply chains and dominance of their economies, then you can perhaps condition your business to deal with them when they emerge, because none of us have perfect foresight.
So it's about having those plans A, B, C, in a broad way, but then as they crop up, being able to manipulate based on, like you say, well, Iran's not happening in Iran this time, it's happening here.
Correct.
What are we doing over there about it?
That's right. I think flexibility will be of a premium. If you've got the flexibility to adapt, and we've seen, haven't we, in the aftermath of the COVID pandemic, the push towards shorter supply chains, more strategic resilience. Well, if it was just the pandemic and then we forgot about the pandemic and we moved on, but then we've been hit by events in Iran, been hit by events in Ukraine. If you think there are more of those to come, then that will you will have that flexibility built into your supply chain so that, okay, you'll still be surprised, but you'll have the ability to respond a bit quicker than you otherwise would.
And when those new events come up, or ones we haven't experienced yet, how do people not lose control thinking, well, I haven't ever experienced anything like this. How do I keep control of those events when they occur?
Well, to some extent, it is the resilience of those supply chains. It's the resilience of your logistics. It is anticipating their coming and then putting in place plans to respond. So, yes, it may affect a different supply pinch point, but you go, actually, no, last time we had a similar but different event over here. This is what we did. This is how we managed to trade through, build market share, still be profitable and active, even notwithstanding the disruption you were facing.
So what is that one thing you want supply chain leaders to walk away with today?
Well, I think there was definitely a theme on inflation is going to be a theme for 2026, certainly the second half, as the real effects of events in Iran come through. What is the lesson I wanted them to take away is that it's not a perfect repeat of the inflation of 2022. So I expect inflation to be a little bit lower, but it will still be inflationary and there'll still be a sort of tug of war between suppliers and consumers, households and businesses, and make sure that the plans that you put into place in 2022 to deal with that higher inflation are probably the best things to lean back and repeat this time around.
Simon, incredible. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been a real pleasure to speak to you.
My pleasure.